Not that it wasn't a good show beforehand, but
I'm saying, you know what I'm saying.
Okay. And now we are joined. Zach Andrews.
What's up?
Is it Andrews?
Andrus.
All right.
San Andreas. With an S.
Andrus. Yeah.
San Andres.
San Andrus.
Zach Andrus.
There you go.
Grand Theft Auto. Zach Andrus. All right, we're joined in the studio. Clint Bede had to take off, get to class, and we are back now with Waking Up Merica, V2 edition, episode 2 or whatever. We're just kind of breaking it up into segments. But this morning we kind of came in with things that we wanted to talk about, and mine's something that I've talked about a few times before, but it is my personal problem with the TSA. The TSA, yeah. I like to say tisk tisk TSA. Was it tisk tisk tisk? Mine's TSA, the last one. But it's not like the South Korean pop star, Open Gangnam Style, PSY. This is the TSA. This is the department of the government that is in charge of security at national airports, and they are starting to branch out from their airports to highways and public events and concerts and fundraisers, and anywhere they can be out to kind of put their face up in yours, they will be. And they use policies like freeze. You can be walking in the airport and one of these TSA people just yells freeze and everybody just has to stop there.
Everybody?
Everybody, until they give you permission to start moving again. There's videos of it online. They may not be doing it so much anymore because people started complaining and there's no point to it. They're just doing it to oppress you. The other thing is you go to an airport with no drink, right? You go into a Starbucks at the airport, pay $5 for a drink.
More than that.
They can stand there outside the Starbucks with a little test strip. We have to test your drink for explosives. That's the TSA expansion of power. Dude, look it up. These are things that a lot of Nebraskans don't know about because a lot of Nebraskans don't fly very often.
I'm flying next month, so...
All right. Well, here's the good news, okay?
Opt out of the body scanners.
Are you flying out of Grand Island?
No, Omaha.
Okay. Well, I can't attest to Omaha. The TSA in Grand Island are not bad. Most of the small town airports, they're not going to be as bad as they are in the big town places.
What about Chicago?
Chicago is horrible. Okay? So here's an example of TSA, my experience with them. Last year, I went and spent Thanksgiving in Las Vegas with my family.
Nice.
Some of my family. And on the way flying out there, everything was cool with TSA. And I even took some little pastries that my mom had baked for them. And no problems. They didn't even try to take the food, nothing, right? On the way back, I was completely, had nothing in my pockets. Everything was in the x-ray tray, right? Nothing on me whatsoever. Metal detector goes off. So, okay, I'll go back through it. Metal detector goes off again. And they said, we're going to have to pull you aside for a screening, right? They get this real creepy old dude comes over, puts on his little rubber gloves, and I tell him, I don't have anything on me. Not only do I have nothing metal, I have nothing, period. I'm wearing sweatpants, a hoodie, shoes that I had to take off, so socks, underwear, a hoodie, t-shirt, and sweatpants. Nothing, right? Oh, well, we just have to pat you down. Gropes you. The most the worst. I don't want to be anti-Catholic or anything, but I really felt like an altar boy in Boston when I was in the airport in Las Vegas, all right? Dude was, cupping the buttocks, rubbing down on the inner thigh. They go all the way up on the inside of your leg till the top of their hand touches junk. And there are people who complain about this, rightfully so. They're saying, if you touch my junk, I'm going to sue you. And then you know what the TSA does? They call even more security around and they make a big deal of this person. Now you're one resisting. We have to make an example out of you.
Oh,
you know? So the thing is that, like I said, I had no metal in me. Me and a few other people personally believe that they have little handheld triggers. They can set off the metal detectors.
I wouldn't doubt it.
If they want to mess with you, they mess with you. There was a time a few years ago where I went past security. It was still after September 11th. Not the Benghazi one, but the New York one, because now there's two 9/11s.
Is it? What?
Well, the Benghazi embassy attack was on September 11th. But it was quite a while ago. I had already gone through the security. I was at my gate to fly out. I was transporting my niece across town, or across country, and they pulled me aside at the gate for a secondary search. I personally, I feel it's just anybody who's traveling with a kid, they're trying to make an example of, see, the adult falls in line. When you become the adult, now you will fall in line too. You will just do what you're told. And it goes with the freezing and the drink checks and the security checkpoints and the, you can't film us even though it's free to film. Like,
That freeze thing would be hilarious, though. You could do so much stuff with that.
what if you had headphones on and you didn't hear them?
Well,
And they didn't know you had headphones
you're
on.
getting tased.
Is that cool to
That
you
sucks
in a
for
free
you.
country? See, now I don't like the taking the opposite when you just make it an interesting show, because it's not sensical to me. That's not what America's
I love
about.
messing with you, though.
Yeah, well, I can take it, obviously. I mean, it's not what America's about.
Merica.
America is about freedom.
How do you feel about the body scanners?
I think it's ridiculous. There's no long-term studies to show whether the radiation is detrimental or not, you know? And so I think it is cool that you have the option to opt out of it, but I don't think it's cool that opting out of radiation means opting into being molested.
Right.
And that's the problem that we have. If it was just like another handheld metal detector. And here's another problem, right? So I set off the metal detector, this old dude gropes me, and they don't find anything and just send me on my way. What if I had metal on me, you know? Like, is that the effectiveness of the search? We think you might have something, so we want to molest you. And, well, you don't... this isn't working for you? All right, have a nice day, sir.
It could be that old guy from Family Guy.
It
Herbert.
wasn't. He
Okay.
was a little different, but it was just as awkward.
Hello,
Chris. Yeah.
Some popsicles?
Man, it was weird. It was weird. And so, personally, I don't think I'm flying again while the TSA is in charge of security, because I feel less safe. I feel like they're invading my privacy.
I think airports should hire their own security.
Absolutely, and they can, but they're messed with and they're limited when they do. You know, they've reduced the funding and all that stuff. So
Yeah, I just don't think the security at airports should be government ran.
absolutely, I agree. And if it is going to be, make them people that are actually trained. Like there's all sorts of reports of theft and everything from the TSA.
Mm-hmm.
There was one, I forget the reporter, NBC or CBS or one of them, but they had a Apple laptop, I think it was, or iPad or whatever, and it was stolen. They sent it through these TSA checkpoints to see if it's stolen, and they had a tracker on it, so they tracked it to this TSA dude's house, knock on his front door, and he's just so baffled. He blames it on his wife, who doesn't even work at the airport. He just starts blaming it on her. And that's just a drop in the bucket. There was another former TSA guy who came out, admitted to stealing tens of thousands of dollars worth of stuff every year and selling it on eBay. We're not more secure with the TSA. We are less secure. And as long as Americans keep looking to the government, please save us from all the bad people out there, life is inherently dangerous. Get over it. You're never going to make it out alive. Deal with it.
I think we're at the point where they're selling us fear and taking away our personal freedoms.
Yeah.
They're abusing their power.
Absolutely. And it just baffles me how more people don't see that.